I look at the cloud, wondering when is my time coming. I've been sober all day, and I just wanna light something. When I close my eyes, I see right through their disguises and hear right through their lies. It's not surprising no more. This shit just part of life. Said all my life been deception and misperceptions, intersections. I've been crossed more than capital letter X's. Smith and Wesson on my temple, road of life. I hit the exit when it's dark. I need to read for the sea on some infrared shit, and they still don't get the message. Ain't never gonna get there, falling deep in a hole, and I'm bracing myself for impact. It's click clack blow, and then it's over. Nice to know you. These snakes in my circle, waiting they strike like a cobra. I'm finna aura like soda when you shake it up. Say that they riding and don't make sense, cause they be changing up. I can't shit the feeling that when I try, it still just ain't enough. I'm at least with the world on my shoulders, but all this weight is tough. I can't give up.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
But anyways, welcome back, sir.
Well, what's up? What's happening?
What's good, man? What's good, bro? Talk to us, man. So what's good, man? How's the music been since the last time we spoke to you, man? I see you dropping singles and shit like crazy. Talk nice to us.
Yeah, I decided I wasn't gonna drop an album after because like I figured on my last project the numbers didn't come out how I wanted them to, so I'm like, nah, I got a bunch of dope ass singles. I'm not just gonna waste them dropping them in the project where they're not even gonna listen to the whole thing because they don't got an attention span like that. So I'm just gonna drop them as singles and
big
surprise them because
Yeah,
they
I
all
feel
sound
that.
different too.
Yeah.
Also, I dropped the music video to one of them. That
Yes,
was
sir.
pretty tight. I dropped another video, and yeah.
Yeah, I saw. I peep. You know me. I'm always watching. I'm always lurking. But yeah, man, I see that, man. Yeah, the single game is different, man. You can get a lot out of a single. Like the way things work nowadays, people usually put out a single to an EP or a project and get all the streams for that single. Then when they release the project, it counts towards it on that release day too. So they keep it.
Yeah,
like,
and that's how they get their numbers up.
yeah.
Strategic.
That's what I was just gonna say.
It's like a shitty game too, though. Like it sucks that the game is that, but I get it. You know, if that's where it's at, if that's the climate, then you got to just rock with it. You know,
It's just now with streaming taking over, that's kind of like the niche with it. And yeah.
it's a weird game because people play it differently. Like some people just be like, all right, I'm gonna drop a single every now and then, like as a heat check. But some people just like, I'm gonna drop a single every 2 weeks, and they just keep it consistent. It might be too much.
I try to
The
space
homie
mine
Joey
out
Flats,
like a
that's
little
what he's
bit, you
doing.
know what I'm saying? Like what I did this last time was I had that song Left Right that I did the music video to for a while, and then I uploaded it, and then a month later that's when I decided to do the music video. And the music video, like I let it rock for a little bit, do its thing, and then after that I dropped Duchess. That's when I dropped the other single to keep that like going from the video, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Okay. And then I got some other shit, like some collab shit, and then some other different shit that I'm waiting on to release too. Once Duchess do his thing for a little bit, because Duchess and Left Right are two completely different songs. Like one's like super like new school kind of, but not really. Like I'm still rapping on that shit.
Rapping, yeah, but it sounds more like
yeah, with the 808s, the way I did the beat and everything on that, it's just two completely different vibes. But Duchess is more like a old school vibe with the Rhodes and the fucking sub bass and all that type of shit. So
hey man, nothing wrong with that.
I'm trying to like showcase versatility.
Yeah,
Right
and
now.
that's what's crazy. You got to do that via singles because back in the day you show versatility with your album. So it's weird how times change, man.
Yeah, like I mean the album will still be cool eventually.
Yeah.
I just feel like right now where I'm at, like it would be more productive to do the singles, especially while we in quarantine, like and people got their attention all over their phones and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
not yet.
Man, it's crazy. I'm a fool. I'm doing the album thing, but it's more for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty good at promoting, but it's for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll put it out so I can get it off my chest, and then I could do all this stuff because I got a bunch of singles and I'm kind of hoarding them. But I mean that's just how the game goes. We know how it is.
It feels good though, like when you have a bunch of good songs that you haven't released yet, and they're just sitting there. It feels like, dang, like, oh, they don't even know what I got waiting on them. Though, like, oh, do you like this shit? Nah, like what I got coming up, that's gonna fuck you up.
No, when Johnny talks about hoarding music, he's underselling it, bro. He's got shit like he's got a problem. He needs to release some shit. He's got a problem.
I do. I have too many. I have way too many songs on the cup because I'm always making stuff, and people underestimate how much like I'm constantly making music. But you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes I want to put it out, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? Right, it's hard to keep up with the climate because you don't know what's
it's
catching.
A time.
Yeah.
It's a time for everything. Like sometimes things are so good, but it's like if you release it now, it's not gonna come out how you want it to. You gotta give it that time.
But there's that like glass ceiling too, bro. Because then like if you hold shit for too long, you get to the point where it's like detox or some shit, you know? It's like nobody wants it.
Oh yeah, well like
Oh, yeah,
I don't think Detox
Nobody
is ever
wants
coming
to.
out.
No,
Like,
it's
but
never
I
been.
wants
think I think Dre said himself like that shit was subpar. Like so
Yeah.
he just doesn't want to. He never wanted to
He
release
never wants to
it
put out a
after.
subpar project.
Yeah, he just waited and then he released Compton in 2015, and
Yeah.
that shit
Probably-
was pretty tight. I
Yeah.
thought it was tight.
I
Would have
liked
been
it.
a time if he had released it that it would have hit, and then once that time passed, and music
It was
didn't
over,
age
yeah.
well, and there's nothing you could do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I heard he had Kendrick and shit on that project too, but he had Kendrick on Compton. Like I feel like if I listen to both albums, regardless, I probably would have preferred Compton, and that's why he put it out.
Yeah. And honestly,
Compton was cold.
Compton came out like during a very big shift in the way things sounded too. So like Detox, I feel like wouldn't even be understood because if you listen to the difference between the first Chronic and the second Chronic, it's two different sounds, two different
Yeah,
eras.
it
You know what I'm
is
saying?
completely different.
Yeah, and they hit when they came out. Like I still bump both of them, but like they both put me in two different time
Yeah, but now
machines.
you bump them for nostalgia for certain time
yeah,
periods.
yeah. But and I can understand like that probably wouldn't work now. You know,
That's like it's like
Yeah.
listening to old Jeezy shit, you know.
My fault.
It hit when it came out back then, but now you listen to it, you're like,
Oh,
man,
that
this
new
is-
Jeezy,
shit is-
that new
this
Jeezy.
quality is
Like I
that
fuck
new
with
Jeezy is
Compton.
garbage.
I fuck with Compton too because of the way like he adjusted to that time period, like
Yeah.
the change in music with the production side of things. Like
Yeah.
he still kept up. He had some pretty cool samples on there, like For the Love of Money, and he had that first song. What's it called? It's right after the intro. It starts with a T. It has
forgot
King
the name.
Mez on it.
I don't know
fuck.
the name, but I remember that project.
Yeah, that beat was called fucking Talking to My Diaries beat was called. He had those two Kendrick features on it, Deep Water and the
He had
other
that-
one.
that
Those were cold as
fucking
fuck.
Absolutely fire exhibit feature. Oh my god.
Oh, God, the
Exhibit
whole beat changed up and
bro.
everything,
Oh
like,
my god.
yeah.
Yo, I miss
that-
Exhibit.
And they did that little intro. He said, "What up, X?" and then spend my birthday in Dubai.
Oh,
Sky rise. Yeah, that shit
Fire.
was cold.
Fire. I was like,
fucking-
yeah.
And that little Easy E clip, he said, "Easy E CPT OG" from the other side for like those 10 seconds. I was like, "Oh, he put Easy on this shit. That's
Fire.
tight."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Compton
so-
was we needed Compton when it dropped too. Compton was a good fucking time. You know who honestly when that dropped, that was a good time. You know who put out a project that I always compare them to cuz like just how they pretty much held it down for the West Side Games project too. When he dropped the documentary 2.0, we needed
Yeah,
that.
that
We
was,
needed
that was
too.
in like 2016, right?
Yep.
He had Kendrick on that shit too.
He had
I
Ice
remember he had El
Cube, he had
Chapo.
Kendrick. Yeah, he had everybody on there, and it had that sound. It was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That project was wild too, and that was like a no-name producer. That kid came out. He like found that kid.
That project was cold, and the documentary one was also cold as fuck.
Classic.
Like, yeah, he had Prime Eminem on that shit.
Yeah,
like,
classic.
that shit was
Right.
cold.
Why can't Game just keep making quality music and stop being like?
I think he's
you know?
done now. They gave Hap.
Yeah, bro.
That whole court shit that's happening to
Oh
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
shit
got
like,
all the
bro,
rights to
just,
his Born to Rap
His
album.
label, everything,
Yeah, but that's
bro.
yeah. He just started a new label, dropping another project. I mean, how many artists did he even have on that label? So
True, but I mean, if
I
she owns
can't
everything
name
that
any
was under that, like he's
yeah, that one project though. So I mean, he's still eating off of the documentary and shit. Same people still streaming that shit.
yeah,
And then
that
vinyl's
shit's
coming back too, so you know people are trying to cop that in vinyl and shit.
Yo.
too.
He's straight.
Like,
She ain't gonna
Yeah,
see
a lot
dime
of
in that
people have
money for
record
years.
players now. A lot of my friends have bought them.
Oh, I still
that's what I'm
rock.
saying. Yeah, it's starting to come back. Like,
Dude,
you
cool,
can see
man.
it.
Fucking
Vinyls
top
are
10 coming back, bro.
fantastic.
Vinyls are
bro.
tight.
I want to get
I
one
should
for
have
one of
the vinyls
mine.
I picked up last time. I got 2 Kendrick albums. I got the Wu-Tang vinyl. I
got a
got
whole
a
collection.
couple other ones.
It's fire.
Yeah, vinyls are dope, man. And honestly, I always wanted to put one of my releases out in vinyl, but they're so expensive. Like you gotta choose. Like,
How much is it?
Oh shit! If you just want one, it's over $1.
For
You
real,
just want one.
Shit.
If you want
Yeah,
to
someone
do
was
like,
asking me for one. I
one.
was like, I don't even know how much that is. I gotta look that
there's
up.
places you can do it, or if you do it through I know CD Baby does it now too. If you put out like a EP via there, they'll vinyl it for you. But to get it produced, like to get a bunch, is fucking bread.
That's
You
crazy.
basically got to be popping to even get that shit going.
Yeah, it's bread.
Unless you want one just for yourself.
Yeah, if you
That's
want
one
one
day,
just for
though.
yourself, it's like $1. But if you want to do like a bunch, like to maybe even sell it, it's tough. I think I've seen people do it too on Bandcamp, but I don't know if they're doing it directly through Bandcamp or if they just like selling it through Bandcamp and they do it themselves. But I know CD Baby
Speaking
does this shit.
of, I gotta get myself a new distributor because I told you what happened with my shit.
Yeah.
That shit like SoundCloud fucked me over for real.
Yeah,
And they
talk about
said,
it.
like,
Talk about it.
I don't
Tell
even
people
know-
what
I don't
happened
even
so
know
these
what
young
happened.
cats know.
Fuck SoundCloud.
I basically will like I was on the DistroKid, but what was happening was like with DistroKid they kept making me new profiles every single time I dropped a song. Like I couldn't have a solidified Spotify account, and it kept fucking up. I kept emailing their support. They wasn't doing shit to fix it. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck DistroKid, SoundCloud Premiere. They're doing SoundCloud Premiere, and I already drop on SoundCloud. So if it gives me monetization there, it gives me the verified symbol there and everything. And then on top of that, it gives me all of the other ones. Like I'm gonna go with SoundCloud because I'm already doing SoundCloud. So I dropped DistroKid, went to SoundCloud Premiere, and then I started dropping music through there. And then like just a few months later, they send like this notice out, which was this month, and they're like, we need you to sign off on something real quick if you want to keep your releases up. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then I look at it, and then SoundCloud started a whole new like distribution service, like apart from SoundCloud Premiere, they started another one where you got to buy another membership over there.
On top of the one you already have.
Yeah, on top of the one you already have, and then they took out the money, all of the songs that you had already uploaded and all that shit, and they're like, nah, basically if you want to keep them up, that's cool. We're not gonna charge you to put them up, but you got to sign off that it'll be through this distribution service, and then after that you can't distribute no more. Like you still have your deal, you're still like they're not gonna give you no refund or nothing. They just like, nah, if you want to distribute now, you gotta go buy another one. So I got pissed. I'm like,
SoundCloud's
man,
a mess,
I just dropped Duchess too. I was gonna put that out on everything, and then they're like, nah, like,
dude, that's why I've never like. I stopped putting on SoundCloud a minute ago. I was like, bro, this is not worth it. Usually I just do through I do through CD Baby. And then I'll do it through CD Baby and Bandcamp. Bandcamp is if I want to make like money off of it first, and I'll do like the Bandcamp, whatever, send it wherever I got to send it so people can buy the project off of there. And then the official release date on all streaming, I'll do with CD Baby, and they throw it out everywhere.
Right.
And yeah, I'm hoping that they do all the extra work for you, and they're easy to reach out to if you need some fucking help. Like they talk to you, like it's fucking easy.
Type shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like I was hoping like since I already got my Spotify for Artists set up, that they don't take that shit like down because they switch distribution. Like if they took that shit down, I'd be pissed because it's like I just got that shit figured out, so now I gotta go set that shit up all over again. But yeah, I'm gonna look into other things. If you got any recommendations, slide in.
If you do through CD Baby, you can attach it to whatever profile you have. So if you have yours through Spotify, you can attach it to that one too. Like they're mad specific with it. And it's dope with features and shit. You could take people's like IPI numbers and all that shit. Like it's mad professional. Like they're solid with it.
And like for example, because I know like through SoundCloud Premiere, it had that ICRP or whatever the number thing and stuff like that. Because I don't really have a what is it called, a
BMI or ASCAP.
BMI. Yeah,
you need that.
I don't have one yet. That's what I'm saying. So like, but SoundCloud Premiere would make one, and so I just like CD that's Baby one of the things that they did.
CD Baby assigns you through ASCAP.
Oh, okay, so you're cool. Like
it does it for you, yeah.
That shit. Okay, cool.
It does everything for you. If you do through DistroKid, the only thing that like, because I use DistroKid too, but that's only for singles. The only difference is if you release a single through DistroKid, you have to register it on BMI or ASCAP all by yourself, and it's kind of a process. But if you do it through CD Baby, they take care of every fucking thing for you. They take care of everything. Like if I put like one of my songs off of my last release on this video, they'll catch it, and they'll be like, you'll get like they'll message Not Your Man's email like, yo man, we gonna we hear the song, here's a copyright notice real quick, you know. Like they're mad good with it. Yeah. They check samples and everything. For the most part, they're not like too crazy with samples, but they'll check. They'll make sure your shit's clear.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start on that because like, but it's like it caught us at a bad time too because fucking all this shit with quarantine, like it fucked up everything. Because I was just about to graduate, like about to start like applying for different shit. Can't do shit.
Now shit's shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's done. Like it's all over. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, this quarantine's crazy. But it's like, honestly though, for the downtime that everybody has, I've been telling people too, like this is the perfect time to really start learning about this shit. Like I have like a pretty general knowledge because I've been doing music forever, but I'm like reading more into like, you know, the books on the business side and like, you know, all the in between the line shady shit. So like people don't get fucking robbed in the end. And it's like, it's a good time to learn about shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a good time for people to save for their setup. Yeah, you can never know. So if you know the basics,
Frank are essential workers.
Bro, for real.
I wish I wasn't.
Me too, bro.
But I don't know.
Yo, some people been getting more money. Some people been getting more money with unemployment than they regular jobs.
No cap. I was just talking to my pops about that.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you think about it, if we want to get political, economical, or whatnot, like they're just getting that money right now. They're not getting that on a regular basis. So I don't really like that argument. You know what I'm saying?
No, but they have like one of my homeboys. He's furloughed, but You know, he's not technically fired, but he's like, yeah, my check every week is more than what I was making regular. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
so he's
not going
right
to get that ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, next year it's going to give us $1,000 every month. I can use that shit.
Right, facts. And keep working 2 jobs. I'm there.
No, it was some bullshit for a little bit because like they fucked us out of our check like because they sent it to this weird ass account like that wasn't fucking. It was like a separate credit account or some shit. So
are you talking about your stimulus check?
Yeah.
Had you done your taxes yet?
That sucks.
Yeah, everything was cool. They like we called
did you do direct deposit for your taxes?
Yeah, we texted.
What did we
hit
do?
up
They
the
just made a
IRS
mistake.
and they said. No, we hit up the IRS. They said that like it happened to like a little bit of people, not everybody, but it happened to a few people within the shit. Like so, it wasn't just us, but we were one of the select few.
That's fucked.
That was somebody who got laid off or some shit. And he's like, "Fuck this job." Start hitting enter on checks and shit. Start fucking shit up. That's crazy. A lot of people are getting a little rowdy with the stimulus check. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta relax, man.
So that's supposed to keep your lights on, bro.
Yeah,
it's supposed to keep food in the freezer.
Yeah,
I used it to get new tires.
I bought this. I bought my new receiver.
Oh, see, now I actually need tires for work.
I was like, let me. But I didn't get crazy. Like, I bought this little receiver, and I was like, let me stash the rest. But I got this new receiver, my new setup, so my shit's clear. And obviously, I'm gonna be home, so I'm like, bro, I want my music. I already record from home. Let's make my shit sound better. You know what I'm saying? The home setup is where it's at, and I feel like that's the shit that's like helping artists big time now. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you do Bandcamp. Okay. Bandcamp's giving people like 80% of they like I think it's like 80 or 90% of their sales and shit. So it's like this is a perfect time to put out music.
No cap, yeah, I got a new mic, I got a new interface.
Yeah.
Cause like I got this new mic, and the reason I need a new interface is cause that shit wouldn't keep up with like the power coming into this mic. Yeah, so my phantom power got fucked up on the other one, so I couldn't use it no more. So then I had to get this new interface, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tight. I got a Scarlett.
Hey, same.
Yeah, it's a nice little Scarlett. Hey. And then the mic, I got a Rose.
Oh, nice. I'm still rocking with my SM7B because I like this. It's a bit old school, but I got this bad boy right here.
Oh yeah, no cap. I think it's the exact same one. I got the
1898. Yeah, I'm out here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. Let me upgrade my shit. And honestly, like, one, I like that
it's for work.
Facts. Technically, yeah. And I mean, I use the shit, and it works good too. Like I needed the power behind it because I was rocking with some old Behringer shit that was trash. But now this shit looks good, and it's slick too. This red matches my MPCX, bro. I'm chilling right now. You know
no cap, the red looks cold on it.
I'll be right back.
What I'm saying? It got all kind of like fucking plugins in the back. It got way more than the other ones I did. It has more inputs. It has all type of shit on there. So like it's tight.
And it's got the simple just button. Like it's less buttons than those shit that I was rocking with before. It's like less knobs and buttons. It's straight to the point.
Yeah, and it's like it does everything basically.
Yeah,
like,
and it got that dope software it came with too.
It had a software on it. I didn't even see.
Yeah, it comes with the fucking the Focusrite control. The software. That shit is nice, bro. That shit is real nice. You can do a lot of extra shit with that too. Like you can fuck around. Like it's nice. It's definitely cool shit to fuck with.
Nah, bro, fucking but since last time though, production wise, I started getting better. Like the last few songs I've been dropping and unreleased shit have been my production, and I've just been like completely satisfied. I've been really proud with.
You've
like,
been making the beats.
Yeah, like for Dutch's, that one I sent you, fucking, I made that shit like no samples, no nothing. I played that on the MIDI. I fucking put that pattern down myself, put the basses in Logic, like did everything. You know what I'm saying? On Left Right, the one that I dropped the video to, I made that beat as well. With the fucking 808s, everything from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I haven't even been working with something like that.
It honestly, when you make your own production, it just the music sounds it sounds way better. It sounds like almost more mature. It's like what you want to
yeah, because it's like you sit back and you look at it like this whole song came out of my mind. Like this was what I was thinking of. This is how I was feeling, and I laid this shit all down. So did you get a chance to listen to that song yet?
Yeah. I did listen to the one you usually wait, which one's the one with the video I peeped and the one before it?
The one that I think I sent it to you is called Dutchies. It has the Dutch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Oh yeah, I fucked with it. I didn't that was one of the ones I put on, like I sent things to myself if I was gonna actually have a review for it.
Cool.
So I'm not gonna tell you the whole thing, but it's a good review.
But
so
I did fuck with it.
Yeah, I did fuck with it.
Yeah, cause yeah, that shit, like the way I laid down that beat too is like kind of dope. Just like hearing it back was I felt like East Coast vibes. The way I did the cover art where it had a Dutch and then all just the cloudy weather in the background.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that it like I felt like
It
at the time in the
represents
beat. I feel like it reflected it really, really well. It's
Yeah.
like a Jay Dilla drum pattern on it. Like
Yeah.
I try to be
Yeah, that shit
smooth
is
with
nice.
it.
I didn't know you made that beat. Like that's dope.
That changes, like it adds a little extra flavor.
It's for me it's always gonna be better because it's like if you have someone produce for you, you're essentially at like, unless your chemistry is just there and that motherfucker thinks like you, at the end of the day you're succumbing to their vision. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to put your vision on top of their vision. You know what I'm saying? But if this all you like, and you just get that freedom where you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but like producers need respect for that though, because like a producer has as much place in a song as an artist do.
Oh yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
very
saying?
hard.
Especially when producers know how to do those like slight beat changes and slight pickups, dropouts, like everything that fills the song up. It keeps the emotion there because when the beat just stays like the same for 16 bars in a row, like you unless it's a really good rapper, you're gonna get bored.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man. Speaking of that, I can't wait till you hear the album cut. The track that you got, the one that you sent me for, because I finished dolling the beat up, because I sent you a skeleton of it. You know what I'm saying? I sent you like the general, but I hooked it up, and it's me, you, and I actually got my big brother on the track. Who this is legendary, because I've been trying to rap with this nigga since the beginning of time, and he's just difficult. But yeah, like I added he got a dope switch up. Your part sound different, my part sound different. I gotta send you the rough. You're gonna be like, oh, this is cold.
Did you keep me in the front, or did you
you open it up? You open it up, and it
open
sounds dope. Yeah, you open it up. It's you, then it's my brother, then it's me, and you're gonna be like, yo, the switch ups between the beats, like the way I kept it all in tune, but the way I switch it up and added some nice little effects behind it, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is nice. Like,
yeah, bro, that's Intel, that's the same thing that he did with me. Like, he sent me those 2 beats, like skeletons, like you said, and then he sends it back, and I'll have completely different song placement, completely different, like the beat switches up in different spots, like it just sounds completely different, but it's cold. I'll be like, damn, this sounds like a whole new song, like, but it's tight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to
that's the fun of your production too. Yeah, like when I get features, I can what I feel like can make them sound even crazier, and then it's like, if it's my beat, I can make what I want to sound like. You know what I'm saying? So it's essentially like the same beat, but each verse, like yours, mine, my brother's, we all sound like we're rapping on something different that fits us. Like, it's dope. Like, I'm gonna send it to you. Like, it's a good time. But yeah, I also
so it's done. It's done.
It's not mastered or anything yet, but all the verses are laid down, because I'm actually gonna redo mine with that new booth setup I told you I was making. So I'm gonna redo all the vocals on there. But my brother's vocals are solid. Yours is solid too. And yeah, so I'm gonna send you it's just the rough. When my boy gets it fully done, it's gonna sound even crazier. But I think you're gonna like the outcome of this.
Yeah, no cap. When you sent me that beat, I remember being like, damn, this is my tempo. This is like my vibe. Because like it's up tempo. You feel me? Like, it's not too slow. Because there's some boom bap beats, like for me, like sometimes I just can't like spit on them. They nice to listen to, but I can't spit on them because they be really slow. Yeah. And then I be like, damn, I feel like I'm pronouncing this shit way too like it just doesn't have enough energy.
Stretching out your vowels.
Yeah, like, and it's just like, fuck, like, hold on, now I gotta. But then if you want to double time it, it comes out really fast, and then it sounds like completely, like, it doesn't really sound how I want to just like ride that shit, where it's like you got your head like bobbing, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I was like, yo, I'm gonna send you this. I was bumping your that single you released around that time, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, because like I made that beat. Little simple keys, and I was like, all right, I'm fucking around with the keys, and I was like, all right, I had like a simple key melody. I was like, I'm gonna throw this on the drum pad, and I chopped it up, and I was like, oh, here we go. Now we're here. I started chopping it up, and I was like, boom. I threw some of the fucking Ninth Wonder pack drums on there, and I started getting after it. I was like, yeah, this sounds good. So I was like, yeah, this is solid, because like anyone can get on it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how your style is, you know what I'm saying? You can jump on it. It's bouncy.
Nah, that feeling of making yourself a dope ass beat is like different. Like, I remember when I was making the beat to left right, and I don't know if you paid attention to the 808 pattern on that, but like it's a really like crisp 808 pattern, and it has like the dum 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 dum, and then it loops. man, listening to that shit on repeat for the first time, I was like, I was banging my head like all alone in my room. It's like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh my God, this shit's too cold. Like I'm looking at it like I already know I want to rap on this shit. Cause I have a lot of beats that I make, but I don't rap over.
Yep,
like
same.
I'll be like, they're cool, but this is like I already know I'm not gonna put my best work on it. So I'm not gonna do my own beat dirty like that. I'm just gonna fucking send it out or just keep it
you're not
to
even gonna
listen
force
to or whatever.
it. Yeah, you're not even gonna force it. You just share it.
When I made that shit, I was like, nah, I gotta rap on this shit.
You know, you gotta do the Kanye a little though, and keep the good ones for yourself.
Oh, fact.
For real. Yeah, that's exactly like Duchess. When I heard the beat for Duchess, like when it was finally done, because first, like it starts off with this Rhodes pattern, like going all the way through, and then on the middle of the hooks and shit, that's where it plays that same Rhodes pattern. But at first, I just had that, and then I kind of like sampled my own shit and just played the end of it on a loop, and that's how I did the verses. And whenever it came all together and shit, I was sitting there like, this is beautiful. Like I gotta keep this shit for when the time is right. And then like 2 months later, after having that beat for a little bit and like giving myself time to make something I thought was perfect, that's when everything was done like, and it just came out so clean. Like I can't imagine nobody else rapping on my beat. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100,000%. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that 100%. Yeah, and that's a beautiful feeling, man. That's why I tell people, I'm like, yo, it don't hurt to pick up a drum machine and just start trying. You know what I'm saying? Because then you honestly, you never know. Like if you have the mental capacity to put together some rhyme schemes, some flows and shit like that, then like you have no idea what you can do with a drum pad and just like some beats. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start to get into it, you can get fucking crazy, yo. You can get creative and like it's endless because you'll never, you know, it's crazy how some producers have their own style and shit like that. And it's like, oh, how do they think of that? Yeah, that's their process, bro. You can find yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I make beats. I make almost 2-3 beats a day. And I still don't think I have a style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But once you find that and master it, then that's like when you get like Metro Boomin, you know when it's a Metro beat. Yeah. Like it just has that feel to it. Or same thing with like Jay Dilla. Like you know when it's a Jay Dilla beat because it has that drum pattern. Like it has that vibe to it. Same thing with like fucking the 90s, I mean like 80s, 90s Dr. Dre. You feel me? Like it was the same thing where like you know where the Dre's production's at. Like in Nas's album when on it was written, when he did that song was I think it was like Affirmative Action or no, it's Nas Is Coming. There we go. Nas Is Coming. On that song when Dre did the beat, you could totally tell that's some Dre production. Yeah, like tell. Right away. So that's when the producer distincts himself from everybody else, and it just sounds tight.
Yeah, and then they learn how to reinvent themselves every single time, and that's the shit that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know something's crazy. Like you know it's their style, you know that's their sound, and if they keep reinventing it, it's like it's endless, bro. It's fucking endless. That's
why I be trying to be versatile too, like with the type of beats I make and shit. Because it's like once you get like X, like when X dropped that Question Mark album, I don't know if you listened to it, but it was just everywhere. Like he had everything, all type of shit on there. That song with Joey Badass, like he was doing the old school boom bap shit, and then he was doing the fucking hard shit. Like he was doing everything on that, and that inspired the fuck out of me.
Yeah, then he had like from that to like what was that? That was that one song I really liked. The Moonlight song. It's a little whiny, but like that song, that beat is crazy.
Or like he had that song called it's something Why Am I Falling in Love or some shit like that, and he sampled his own voice on the beat. Like he just had his own voice sample going throughout the whole thing, and he was doing his little like lo-fi rap shit. It's like, dang, he put that shit together really nicely, and that inspired me to be like, I want to be versatile like that too, because then like people really know what's up. You're an artist at that point. Like
exactly,
people don't look at you as a rapper.
Type of, you're not just that dude that can rap on a beat and like needs a feature to pop.
Because like X was doing songs with Travis Barker, you know what I'm saying? And Travis Barker's like a
Travis Barker always trying to reach out to him. He's always trying to. He works with anyone that's like, yo, let's do something. And that keeps him relevant. Like Travis Barker's been relevant my whole life.
That's what I'm saying. So fucking that shit's tight, and you open up connections like that. You get other audiences like that. People that don't listen to rap like that, when they hear like some fucking shit you doing that is on some like Duchess type shit or whatever the fuck whatever else, like they're gonna be like, damn, that's pretty tight. Like this is cool. Maybe I should start fucking with this person, and then they start fucking with you for who you are, not like just because of the music and all that.
Yeah, I actually had I think I'm gonna drop the review this week. We actually had a project from a dude we did before. He sent his new project. I don't know, Walker, you guys remember Yeezy's World?
Yes.
Yep. So this dude sent us a project. He sent his new album, and I was like, all right. I remember his other one being very super new age and just kind of like it was just the same thing. And I listened to this project. I was mad impressed. I was like, this shit has got instead of hitting every bit of like new age, you know what I'm saying, like new age type of hip hop or whatever was going on, he's hitting, he's mixing that new age hip hop with every like subgenre of like rock. And it wasn't even on no corny shit. It was like kind of dope, like, and because he never strayed from the new age type stuff. But he blended that's the thing. All that
like,
shit. It was dope.
Where you gotta perfect it, because sometimes if you overdo it, like you said, it comes out with that corny feel.
Yeah,
like
when
you
Tech
don't want to be
does
a corny
those metal
rapper.
songs. Whenever Tech Nine does a metal song, it's corny.
I stopped listening to Tech Nine because of shit like that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Because it never hits.
On fucking Eminem's Revival, when he tried to do all that rock rap shit, like it didn't sound good. Like it really didn't. There was like hella skippable songs on there, very skippable. Like you skip that shit 30 seconds after listening.
Because you could tell it wasn't something. It was like a grab. It wasn't something he was about. Like this dude, I know if I asked him like, yo, give me your favorite like 2006 emo bands and like punk band, I know exactly who he's gonna name because I knew that's what he fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, M wasn't listening to no shit like that. He was trying to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to do it because he was like, how do I get these motherfuckers fans? Like
that's the problem with like mixing rock and rap is if it's not authentic, you can smell it right away.
Fact.
Yeah, because there's some, like, for me, example, like, I don't make rock music, but I do listen to that kind of music. I listen to everything. I like jazz music, and that's why, like, I like a lot of rose sounds and fucking trumpets and saxophones and shit in my rap beats, because I listen to that other kind of music. Or I like to listen to, like, lo-fi beats just by themselves. I'll listen to lo-fi playlists.
All day, all day.
I could name lo-fi songs and producers. Like, I could name fucking, what's it called? Fucking, not lo-fi. Why can't I name the fucking genre? It's called, it's like lo-fi. It's fucking, I'm tripping. I can't name that shit. It's called,
it's like
indie.
lo-fi.
There we go.
Oh, indie. Try,
yeah, like, there we go. Finally,
like
we got down.
A distinct sound.
Yeah, no cap.
It'll make your music your own, and you won't sound like other people's, especially if you're searching other genres, sampling them.
Dude, shit, that's why even like when people were like, oh, when I like before people knew I even had like my old hardcore bands and shit, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put out a hardcore project, and I put out Black Villains. They're like, oh man, it's not like you've done this. I'm like, yeah, that's what I listen to. I listen to the hardcore shit. Like, I know how to rap on it and still keep that feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to keep it within its box, but add my twist to it. Like, that's why I was like, yo, that's because that's the shit I love. There's no fucking
cap.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where everything came from. Like, what do you think Dre was listening to in the fucking when he was growing up? You feel me?
He was
like,
listening to hip hop and electric funk, and what did he put together perfectly?
And he sampled that shit exactly. Like he was doing all those crazy ass samples and that's what made the G-Funk era like possible, was listening to all that other shit. They was drawing influences.
No one did it like him and DJ Quick. Nobody did it like them. No,
DJ Quick always sounded kind of like Easy E to me, but yeah.
But I'm saying his beats, he had that G-Funk shit down to its science too. Like both of him and Dre, their production is like, when it came to that era, like you couldn't beat it. You couldn't beat it.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. They drew that shit from another genre. It wasn't always just rap. Or like, for example, on Mask Off by Future, like that beat was sampled from like a 60s song. Like it's an old ass song. But it's like, what do you think Metro's listening to even come to think of that sample? Like he's got to be listening to other shit in order to make his craft perfect.
Yeah. I mean, that's how hip hop was made. Motherfuckers was like, yo, we hate disco. Let's listen to these disco shit because it's all that's on the radio. Let's cut out the good parts and like throw away the rest of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how it came too, you know what I'm saying? Like they had to have listened to it to be able to cut it like that. You know?
And that's why like when you rapping, I feel like it's better for you to be open-minded to other kinds of music and other artists and other fucking
because you never know what's gonna stick. You never know what's gonna hit you and inspire you. Yep.
Yeah, because if you just like me, I could listen to rap 24/7, of course, but like eventually, like I'm gonna want to like refresh myself with something else, like just a quick, even if it's just a quick like 2-3 songs that I gotta throw in a playlist just so they'll pop up on shuffle every once in a while. It's like, oh yeah, that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it keeps you in touch with yourself.
Yo, fact. Yo, honestly, and it's crazy too. Like even in the argument of like old school and new school hip hop, like. There's that I always bring up this song as my favorite song, officially my favorite song on the fucking Royce da 5'9" album, but it's the song he got with Conway on it. And Conway stole that song from me because Conway is hitting the new age flow. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And most dudes that rap, like, you know, in that tier of like a Conway and those type of dudes, they don't adapt. You know, like you usually expect them to rap exactly how they rap and do that. So hearing Conway do like the, yeah, I got a bump, but doing it with Coke Talk in his own thing, I'm like, one, you know, he listens to it, but two, that shit was cold. Like that shit was fire, and it left me like, damn, I could listen to Conway put out some shit kind of like this.
Kind of like fucking Juice World when he was doing those freestyles on those Eminem beats, like, and he was killing them. He just kept going on and on and on and on and on, and it's like, damn, bro could actually rap for real.
And
like,
you wished he gave us, and I still wished he gave us a project like that. You know
Another project. That's what, I know he had that shit in the works too, cause like fucking, I remember when he dropped Death Race for Love. Like I remember listening to it, and it had some dope songs on it. But the thing is, it all sounded like one song.
Yep.
But it had some dope ass songs on it, and that first album was all bangers. Like that shit was fire. So like I knew once he got those two like together, and they started throwing in all that hard shit he was doing with like Ski Mask and all that other shit, like that
Ski
next
Mask
album was probably gonna be cold.
Where's Ski Mask been? He's always been one of my favorites. He's so ignorant.
Ski Mask is the most original artist of all time. Like he's the most original. Cause bro, like I don't think nobody raps like Ski Mask. No cap. Like I've never heard nobody who raps like him.
Well, him and X sounded the same.
But they did it first. You know what I'm saying?
Not anymore.
Like Ski, not no more. But it was until him.
But they
like,
did. They came out sounding exactly the same.
Like they came
Did
out.
you guys see them put Kim Jong-un's face on the other side of XXX?
Oh yeah, people are fucking.
Kim Jong-un dropped his shit
sister
before Playboy Cardi did for real.
His sister about to bomb us because of all this slander towards her brother, bro. It's crazy, bro.
I heard his own family don't even like fuck with him like that for real.
Who knows?
They
Man?
don't, but they have to keep up the image.
Yeah, they gotta keep. But like, dang, she's gonna be like the first female, I think, to like rule North Korea or something like that. That's gonna be crazy.
What's funny is they're all passing her off. Like they got articles talking about tyrant and all that shit. Watch her like thrive. Like watch them thrive.
Watch her like open the country to the world, and then they're just like one of the better countries.
She saves them. And like what's the media gonna say? The media loves hating women. They're not gonna know what to say.
Talking
shit. Like fucking, she's like Goku. She's just the chosen one. Like she's just that person.
Facts.
Let's hope
on her airbender shit. Hey man, who knows, man? Some wild shit on the internet. Yo, what bugged me out was like, how did TMZ even get some of that?
Right?
TMZ got spies, bro.
You know they got feet on the ground.
First they have in North Korea.
Yo, dude, I'm telling you, TMZ is real spies. Like they are real, like 00 agents, bro.
They're right
they like I said, they don't miss. They like everything they say has been like legit as far as I'm concerned.
Like first, like
they
very
on that shit.
They get that
I'm
shit
saying.
first,
Get that shit quick.
Didn't they say they said Kobe's wife? Kobe's wife found out.
I hope someone just clocked out.
Every time you start hearing rumors about some shit, you like, hold on, let me check
go to
TMZ.
Yeah,
like,
dude, they fucking Kobe's wife found out about Kobe and her daughter from TMZ first. Like heard about it from them first. Same thing with Pop Smoke.
Right,
it's crazy, bro. They got legit
R.I.P.
spies.
Kobe for real though. Kobe influenced me as a rapper, no cap. Like I don't care what nobody said. Like I feel like, cause I used to hoop and shit, and yeah, he was like a big ass influence, my favorite player ever, whatever, woo woo woo. But like he influenced me more as a person than he did as a hooper. Like ever.
As a hooper,
like,
I was all for Kobe, bro. I was all for it, man. Jordan, Kobe, and Allen Iverson, bro.
Nah, me and my dad would argue because I would tell him that Kobe's better than Jordan, and he's a Jordan person.
That's crazy. No one's better than Jordan, but I understand.
Kobe
would have even told you like chill out.
I didn't get to see Jordan play though, so that's the thing. Like me growing up, it was always Kobe. Like I remember we took a Disneyland trip in fucking like 2009 or 2010 or some shit, and it was one of those years I know for sure because we went over there and then we seen him, and then like it was during the summer and shit, so he was pushing a stroller. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing, and then fucking he won the next year after we had seen him over there, and I was like, damn, like I for real saw him in real life and shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, Kobe was a beast.
We didn't bother him or nothing, but like you know,
I would have been like, hey.
I feel like I've seen grown men screaming at each other over that debate before.
Like
I get it.
Yeah,
I 100% get it, but it's just Kobe has said it. He has said it that he was not better than Jordan. So it's like, you can't really argue when the man himself.
He better than LeBron though. He better than LeBron for sure. Cause I fucking got in. I was at the beginning of this school year. It was like fucking September or like October or some shit. And one of the, like my teachers had told us like, all right, y'all need to start off the year writing essays, this and this and this. So today, just write an essay on a debate, like a controversial matter. And then I just yelled out in the class. I was like, Kobe's better than LeBron. And then somebody was like, hell no, he's not. I was like, yes, he is. I was like, yes, he is,
let's
bro.
get
like,
it going.
Start, bro. So I wrote like a 200-word essay. Yeah. Oh God, it was like 2 pages. I wrote a 2-page essay explaining why Kobe's better than LeBron.
Yep.
I don't care.
Facts.
But that's just because I'm from Cleveland and I'm a hater.
Oh yeah, LeBron has broken your heart multiple times.
LeBron did Cleveland right though. I feel like that first time he was unjust to leave, but he came back and fixed that shit. But when he left the second time, it was justified. He was playing with some scrubs for real, like scrubs, and he took them to the finals. Offered JR to mess up that one play. I'm convinced that like if they won that first game, LeBron would have died on that court just so they could have beat Golden State that year. But when
we got that one, so as a Cleveland fan, I'm cool for life.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
JR did that. JR did that for me. He did it for the Knicks. He did that for me.
Fan for real?
Oh, of course, baby. Born and raised.
My Theo a Knicks fan. Because he was always a big Carmelo fan because, you know, we Puerto Rican and Carmelo Puerto Rican. So fucking he was always a big Carmelo fan. And yeah, like he's always telling like, oh yeah, the Knicks are going to make moves. I swear to God. Nah, yes, you think they didn't get fucking Kyrie and Kevin Durant because of this and this, but we got something planned out for when this happened. And I'm
that guy. Every year is the Knicks' year. I'm that guy.
Every year. It's all right. It's the same thing
every
with the
year.
Cowboys.
It's our year.
It's the same thing with the Cowboys. It's cool.
Yeah,
I'm a Cowboy fan, and we be on the same shit.
Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
Who's a Cowboys fan?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
Some people are
Texas.
Cowboys fans because of NFL Blitz.
And it's okay. It's okay to be from Texas and be a Cowboys.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Anywhere else, they need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, facts. When people are from New York and they're Cowboys fans,
hey, I'm excited to be.
There's a lot over here too. It's like more than Browns fans or Steelers fans. I see so many Cowboys fans. I'm like, why the fuck do you like the Cowboys?
Why?
Why?
Nah, I got into the Cowboys like I said because like you know I live in Texas and then my pops was always a Cowboys fan because when he was growing up they had fucking what's his name? Michael Irvin,
the Golden Days,
Emmitt Smith, and then Troy Aikman. There we go. They had all them players.
NFL Blitz days.
Troy Aikman's selling cars now.
Man, bro, the other day I was so shook by like I knew Jerry Jones was rich, right? I knew he was rich, but when they said like something about a super yacht and all this extra, I looked up his net worth and he's worth $8.6 billion in net worth. I was shook. I was like, I knew he was rich, but I didn't know he had $8.6 billion dollars.
Hey, that's your enemy show up missing type money right there.
Yo,
that's like
off of a
if you
tweet.
think about how much just $1 billion is, that's like a million millions. So it's like to have 8.6 of those is like absurd. that's like crazy.
That's like debts that countries are in.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's like debts like from countries from like oil and like things that people need to save.
He just got that shit like in his bank. Like that's what he has in the bank right now.
I feel like when you hit that much, like money isn't a thing. You just it's like a video game where you just
money
talk
ain't a thing
and
if I
things
got
happen.
it.
You know, like you just talk and things just happen. Like money isn't even a number. Like nothing matters. You just
money
walk
ain't
around
a thing
and shit
if I got
happens.
it. Joey Badass said that shit.
Yeah. Joey Badass. He's an artist that I'm mad at because he just keeps us waiting.
I know he said something about the album the other day though. So like
he's a good actor.
It's 2020.
He was in Mr. Robot and shit.
I wanted to watch that shit.
Yeah,
he
did his thing.
believed his character.
He was on the Wu-Tang shit, right?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, he does his thing. But I mean,
he did fucking
that's cool. But you can rap
Inspector
too.
Deck.
Yeah.
You watch Mr. Robot, John?
Oh fuck yeah! Come on, man. I'm a computer nerd, bro. That shit was supposed to be for me. He was my superhero.
Rami's my dude.
Yeah, man. Mally Ramick he's the man. He in video games and shit too, man. He all over the place. He the new Bond. He the new Bond villain. I'm here for it.
Oh, I can't wait for that shit.
I'm here for it, bro. Rami Malek's the fucking man. But yeah, man, that shit is, dude. Joey Badass needs to give us music, bro. I still stand by this. I was saying this shit back in the day. 1999?
Yeah,
is the Illmatic of mixtapes.
Right. Yeah, I remember you saying that
was fucking like when I heard that shit, I was like, "This is a breath of fresh air."
That shit still hits, bro.
Dude, till this day, like I still bump Righteous Minds when I'm driving, like whenever I'm in my car. Like that project to me when it came out during that era, that time, not only was it the most refreshing shit ever, they had a crew, and it made me dive into Pro Era, and I was like, they're all fire.
R.I.P. Capital Steez.
R.I.P. Capital Steez. And then when I found out how old he was, I'm like, get the fuck. I was like, bro.
When he dropped that shit, he was young. Like, he was in his prime when he was like 17.
17.
No cap. Like,
and he was using wordplay. Like, he was rapping, bro. And that shit was
Joey Badass is tight.
And that was during, like, the fucking, like, everything sounded like the Rick Ross mixtapes where every beat was just super aggressively hard for no, it was like that era type shit. And he dropped this smooth, like, soul-filled boom bap tape. Oh, come on, bro. And it was a tape. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
my favorite song off that tape is the last one, Suspect.
Oh,
like,
man, with that hook
shit,
that never ends and the whole Pro Era on it. Come on.
I could listen to that 10-minute song on repeat. Like, that shit reminds me of like summertimes, just like being on a skateboard, like at like 12, like it's midnight and shit. I'm just the only one on the street, and it's just like that song is just in my head.
Doing hood rat shit with your peoples, man. Hell yeah, that's what that whole project gave me. That.
Going home from the homie's house and shit, like, fuck. I gotta take this. I gotta skate my ass all the way over there. Like, I thought it was cool to come over here until I gotta go home, and my moms don't want to give me a ride.
Yeah, and you gotta get home before the street lights is out. Before the street lights is on.
Oh God! And then seeing 12 just pull around the corner, you like, get in the shadow, bro. Get in the shadow right now. Before
it's crazy shit. That project, honestly, like till this day, I still bump it. I'm like, yo, that shit still hits. And like, even though I feel like he's never given us anything better than that, he's never not given us quality.
Yeah, he just peaked young.
Yeah, that project. I mean, that project for anyone's gonna be hard to beat. But like, he's still giving us dope projects. And after that CJ Fly project, I hope he puts out a project with Static. real shit. Like, the only person I think that will give him all that justice that I need is if Static produces the whole next project for him.
Right.
Because that CJ Fly project was like. That beat, the beats on just that project in general, I like love that project. I was like, yo,
nah. And then we did the last interview like 8 months ago, and we was talking about Kendrick's album, and he still hasn't dropped no fucking album.
What is he doing right now? I don't know what he's doing. He hasn't put out anything.
Taking care of his daughter.
Okay, so is Chance and fucking every other.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's probably trying to like not make a project like.
I feel like he's on his like. I feel he probably ran out of shit to say, so he's trying to like really zone in on something because the bar is set pretty high for him.
Yeah, because like he just drops masterpiece after masterpiece after masterpiece.
Yeah. Well, I personally think a lot of his stuff is hype. I think like I fuck with Kendrick. I just don't put him as high as everyone does put him. Like, if I had to choose, like, I'm more of a J. Cole fan, but that's just me.
Is he top 5 to you?
No, not at all.
Active?
I pick Kendrick. I pick Kendrick top 3 all time.
All time? Wow, that's crazy.
That's bold, and I understand it from someone in our generation.
I get it.
I don't think.
But keep in mind, like, I listen to all generation though. It's not about like the generation. It's more about the fact, like I said, I listen to the dissects on his albums, and those kind of like help me understand and see the albums from different perspectives. And then I was also listening to, like I said, his verses on like when Compton came out, I was only in like 6th grade or like 7th grade. You feel me? So like I heard his features on Deep Water, and then he did the Black Friday shit with J. Cole, and he bodied like his version of fucking A Tale of Two Cities was better than J. Cole's version of All Right. Like the Black Friday, Kendrick bodied that shit. So like listening to all that, seeing his come up and shit, it's just, I don't know, to me like Kendrick is top 3 of all time for sure. And those 3 albums are masterpieces. Like
I think his first one to me is an all-time like I think not Section 8, the one after The Good Kid, Mad City, I think is a masterpiece.
Like as a rapper, he's better than Tupac for sure. As a rapper, Tupac had more of a message. That's why Tupac got successful. True. Like Biggie, with Biggie and Tupac, I think Tupac's better because of his message. I don't think he's a better rapper either. Biggie had that flow. Biggie had that style that's like different. You know what I'm saying? But Tupac to me was better.
I was more. I think I'm more of a Tupac fan. I grew up on Tupac, but I like Biggie too. But I think
because your brother looks like Tupac.
My brother doesn't look like Tupac, but he does. He is Tupac. But Tupac's still alive. He's chilling at my mom's. But yeah, like for fucking for as far as for Tupac, I don't know, man, because a lot of people say like someone's a better rapper, this, that, and the fifth, but like Tupac got his message across as simply as possible, so he didn't have to get complicated, he didn't have to do crazy flows, and those messages and those songs are timeless.
Right.
Kendrick to me has to do a lot of flair and all that stuff to get me, but to me he is like a step above a mumble rapper sometimes. Sometimes he does a little too much.
I think technically speaking, Biggie is a better rapper. Tupac had more of a powerful message. More of a powerful message, and it came across with less words. He had better words.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, that makes him a better rapper.
Hold on. I'm not saying one's better than the other. It's different. And I was going to make a comparison. I think Kendrick's more like Biggie in the way that he's more technically complicated, and J. Cole's got a better economy of words. His message comes across better.
I think J. Cole can do it all.
I like how Drake is always left out of this conversation with real hip hop.
Drake's a pop artist.
See, but
Drake is nice. We'll give Drake.
I'm not trying to say Drake is good. Don't get it twisted.
When French Montana said that shit that he got more hits than Kendrick, then fucking I was like, fuck no, like no he don't. But then like you could say like Drake and Hove. You could say fucking Hove's a better rapper, but Drake got more hits. Drake got more bangers, but Hove is a better rapper.
He's like a music. He's one of the music icons of this.
Yeah, Drake is gonna define like this whole. And he's been relevant since early 2000s.
Oh,
like mid 2000s.
His run is
like on Elvis level.
His run is unreal. But the difference is to me though, like with Drake, the reason people aren't putting him in these talks or like giving him that much of a praise is because it's how people feel versus numbers. You're never going to beat how people actually feel about it. Like his numbers or whatever, his numbers could be whatever, but like his numbers are a bunch of fucking sad teenagers compared to like the people who actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as much as I rock with Drake, I rock with him, but like when people say hits, it's like, what do you call a hit? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's a hit to you?
Well, kind of like how Snoop said, like fucking the Pusha T shit. Obviously, Pusha T bodied the fuck out of Drake, like bar for bar, bodied. Same thing with Joe Budden. Joe Budden bodied the fuck out of Drake.
Joe Budden,
but in 10 years,
not MC.
In 10 years, fucking nobody's gonna be bumping "Making a Murderer" by Joe Budden, but they're gonna be bumping "Kiki." Do you love me?
Yeah,
right?
and that's what I'm saying. But that's
what gives Drake
that's what I give like the hit factor. Like now that's back to what we were talking about with Tupac and stuff like that. I personally don't think Kendrick has as many of those long-lasting songs as Tupac.
No, he doesn't. You're right.
I don't know. That Good Kid, that whole album's gonna be long.
But that's an album. Like what's only that as an album? People are bumping off of that shit. People are bumping two songs off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Already fucking.
People are bumping two songs off of that Kendrick project.
Which
Pac has multiple.
Good Kid or
Good
Kid or To Pimp a Butterfly.
Off of Good Kid, I'm saying there's two songs off that people are doing. People are bumping swimming pools,
backseat freestyle,
and that's
it. Fucking Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. They was bumping fucking Poetic Justice with Drake.
Poetic Justice was half and half. You didn't hear it as much.
Nah, they had that shit all over the radio. I remember because that was like a time of my life where that's defining for me. I remember.
Yeah, but like those are those songs. And now Tupac has what 4 separate greatest hits, maybe 5 separate greatest hits tapes of stuff that still get put on the radio.
But the thing is, Tupac's done. Like he was already like.
But his music's still being that. But that's what I'm saying.
But Kendrick's not done yet. Kendrick's not done yet. Like, but he still got shit to drop. He still got time to do all that other shit. But right now, like.
But you're saying that. But what was being ran minus that DNA? What's being bumped off of that off of Damn on the radio?
Honestly, bro, I know how I feel about Damn.
But I'm just saying, keep it a buck. What was being bumped off of that? There's nothing that the radio was rotating off of Damn.
What people are bumping, I feel what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that long, and I hated that album. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it.
Duckworth was fire. Y'all was fire.
But those songs don't have weight. You know, like I never bumped out after listening to Damn the first time. Only reason I bumped it the second time was people was trying to tell me it was dope, and I was like, yo, this has nothing that stuck. Pimp a Butterfly had 2 songs.
Like,
what songs stick to you off of Damn?
Me?
Yeah, Frank. Let's see. Let's go, Frank. He got his list.
Fucking tape, bro. The whole tape was crazy. Listen, the reason I won't.
So you're singing that whole tape front to back. You memorize that whole.
Yeah, probably.
No, I want to hear. There's no problem. I'm not gonna say I probably know Tupacalypse. Now, nigga, I know the whole thing. I know the whole Machiavelli. I'm saying.
Damn. No, I bet you I do know that.
On Damn, I don't know the whole album, but there's hella songs that'll stick for me, which is God, fucking Duckworth, like I said, Fear. fucking Loyalty was cold, but it was too poppy. Like it was a little poppy. But
Riri on
what he was rapping about was tight. You know what I'm saying? And he did have Riri on it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's Riri. Like you can't go wrong.
I think the room is split on this one.
I'm just saying, what got more longevity? I mean, when people say he's a better rapper, I mean, this
about how Pac is still being listened to. That's by a select few group of people right now. You got to understand that, like, from my generation, on the radio. Kendrick is like the Tupac of like my generation, right? So when I grow and I'm all old and shit, and I got kids, Tupac's already gonna be fading out a little bit, but Kendrick is gonna be still being listened to by that time. Does that make sense? We not.
I don't think. See, I disagree because if no one's spinning "Damn," that means everyone's waiting for his next project.
But then if you go ask Lil Uzi and all these artists who they bumping over Tupac or fucking Kendrick, they're gonna tell you they're gonna influence by Kendrick.
No, but they're gonna say that for the. They're gonna say that for the. They're gonna say that for the.
Growing up listening to different shit.
They're gonna say that for the radio, but I'm saying what's being streamed, what's being played more often, like. There's certain things that are still getting their loops through the stations, but like these dudes,
Tupac's getting his loops through the old school West Coast stations though. He's getting his
on the
loops
radio
through,
all the time.
He's getting loops through Sirius XM's fucking Backspin.
Everywhere.
That's what he's getting
He's getting loops
for
everywhere.
For sure.
He's getting loops everywhere.
Kendrick gonna be doing the same thing in a few years. I promise you, he'll be doing the same thing in a few years.
I don't
Kids
think
are getting influenced by him, like people like me, where it's like, okay, yeah, hell yeah, I'm influenced by Pac, but I'm also very influenced by Kendrick. And when I grow, I'm gonna be carrying that shit with me till fucking whenever. You got a lot of rappers that are coming up that are gonna do the same thing. Like, nah, me growing up, I was listening to Kendrick more than I was listening to Tupac, and that's just how it is. You feel me? Like,
I get that.
Even
I get that.
I'm
just saying what's being put. Like, I just personally, after Kendrick's after Pimp a Butterfly, like all his other stuff in between, Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid are the only things that I heard that stayed somewhat rotating.
Those are two out of his
and that's
albums.
like, but that's what I'm saying. But Pac, every single time he released something, there was always stuff that still even gets played and brought up. And I'm saying the difference is that, like, I feel like his run is kind of, it's waved off. Like, people are fans of him at home. He put out a bunch.
Exactly. Before he died, he put out. But I'm talking about before he died.
Before he died, I don't know exact number, but I know he put out a good amount.
Exactly. Kendrick's only 2 of 3 right now.
But what I'm saying is every single one of Pac's releases was played like that.
But you can't compare. You can't compare it because Kendrick don't have as much releases as Pac yet. Because you know damn well that Pac got some slept on projects that people wasn't bumping like that.
Nah, every time from when I was alive, every time something of his came out. And same thing with Biggie. Like,
but you said how it's gonna stick. You said how it's gonna stick. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people of today that didn't dig through and listen to every single thing.
I know, but he's still not answering the question. But the question I'm asking is, how is it gonna stick if nothing's actually being looped off of it? Like, Damn isn't stuck. That's your project. You love it.
That's 1 out of 3.
No, but the Untitled, let's put it like this: Damn, dead. The Untitled, dead. What else we got? Section 8 dead.
Untitled was like a mixtape.
It doesn't matter. It came out an album. But okay, so if we scratch that off the list,
that's because the game died, John. That's why.
So let's scratch. But I'm saying he got 2 albums that stuck, and other releases that came out with it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that to me isn't longevity. Like, I need him to give us more. I need him to give me more stuff that sticks.
Tupac dropped 4 albums before he died, right?
A couple. I think it was 4, right?
Okay, he dropped 4 albums before he died, and those were full bodies of work, like unlike Untitled Unmastered, right? Those were fully done, like he knew what he was doing.
Untitled Unmastered was kind of a full body.
That wasn't a body of work because it was dead ass Untitled. Like, it was a bunch of throwaways.
It was a gimmick, and it was a pretty solid project too, for what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty solid. I feel like he might have threw that out there, but it was still a project. It was on everything.
I don't think it was like planned out, is what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm making these songs to all come together.
I don't know. You're kind of giving that to him. I'll let you give that to him, but if someone released it, it was planned.
But anyways, Pac had 4 albums before he died that you said, we're talking about relevancy to this day. That's what you said, right? That are going to stick. We're talking about shit that's going to stick. So Kendrick only has Damn, Good Kid, fucking To Pimp a Butterfly. 2 of those albums are going to be played for fucking the rest of fucking the hip. As long as hip hop's going on, 2 of those albums.
2 technically. To Pimp isn't even. To Pimp is barely even posted like that.
That's
culturally it did its thing. It hit its thing, but it's not. You don't hear anybody play it.
Both of them are going to stick for different reasons.
I will not doubt at all. Good Kid is up there, but
and To Pimp a Butterfly is going to stick culturally.
But see, that's But come on, that's music. What are you
It's
talking
gonna
about
stick-
culturally?
it's gonna stick-
We talking
it's
about
gonna stick
culturally, but we're
culturally.
not talking about music. We talking about music, bro. Musically, it's not. To Pimp hasn't stuck.
But musically isn't everything a rapper is. Does that make sense? Your music could be super
no,
fire,
but musically
your
is
substance, your
everything. What we're
influence.
talking about. What we're talking about is that longevity and musically.
No, I'm talking about
project
Kendrick
isn't
as
it.
an artist though. Like I'm
But
talking
Kendrick
about
as an artist is what the media is, what people give us, is what you feel is what they give us. But I'm saying in reality, you growing up in the Kendrick era, obviously you're gonna hold on to him. I didn't grow up in the Pac era, and I hold on to him. You see what I'm saying? And that's a different thing.
Me and him probably.
We not there yet. We not there yet to see how kids are gonna be like that with Kendrick though, because this is barely the beginning. Like we can't say that yet, but rapping and lyrical ability, like for what he's already done, I already know that it's gonna go down the type of way where Kendrick's gonna be a legend regardless. Kendrick is gonna go down.
He hits a legendary status. I'll give him that status.
He's gonna be a legend no matter what.
I got a hot take for y'all.
What's the hot take, Walko?
I think Young Thug will outlast Kendrick.
Ooh, facts.
That's because Kendrick quit.
But Young Thug started after Kendrick.
And he's gonna last longer.
I think Young Thug is more pervasive amongst the youth than Kendrick ever will.
That's because he's like wearing dresses.
But that's my point.
Now.
That's my point now too. I feel like now the young cats need to hold on to something so dearly just to prove a point.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get that. Like it's just like people who held on to, rock and roll when it was the devil's music. You held on to it because that's what you had. But I feel like Kendrick isn't giving you guys that. Like when people were like, yo, we about to hold on to Biggie and Pac, all they did was get better. I don't think Kendrick's getting better. I think Kendrick's plateaued. I think Kendrick's just over it. He's rich already. I think he's not giving us that passion.
It's fair to say that after one album that he had conceptually decided what is gonna be before he had dropped
Biggie
it.
Gave us bangers.
Don't forget if you fuck with J. Cole, don't forget J. Cole dropped For Your Eyes Only. Don't forget he dropped that shit before he dropped KOD. And don't forget he dropped that shit before he dropped the Dreamville
For
shit.
Your Eyes Only was a little boring.
If you gonna say that shit, that album was good. If you have anything to defend that album on, you gotta give Damn his props too, because those two were like kind of like the embodiments of each other in different albums.
I think those two albums were both of those artists being lazy.
But like Kendrick dropped Damn, and then he hasn't dropped in a few years.
That right there is why I'm saying he's not top 5 all time, because he quit when he could have put his foot on the throat of everybody in hip hop.
That's my argument.
If he come back with something fire, if he come back with a dope ass record, then what? J. Cole did it after For Your Eyes Only.
If Kendrick drops,
he drops an album a year, and then he had the Dreamville thing last year. That was like his break. But like, he's been quality since Kendrick's been out.
When do we put Kendrick in the J Electronica box if he takes long?
Nah, hell nah.
When do we put him in that box? If he doesn't drop in the next 3 or 4 years, do we put him in the J Electronica box?
It's like this is exactly kind of like the fucking LeBron versus Kobe debate though, or Jordan debate, because they be like, oh, when LeBron wins a ring in LA, then he's gonna be better than Jordan.
There's no debate. LeBron has 3 rings. Kobe has 5.
I'm saying this is what people are saying, but it's like it don't.
Yeah, but that's exactly my argument. My argument is solid. Actual what happened, and then this is just people. I'm not even gonna go off of Pac's numbers and stuff. I'm just going off of, I haven't been to a barbecue in my whole life where someone didn't put on Pac. I'm saying when I'm an old man and I'm barbecuing, am I gonna put on some Kendrick? Who knows? But I'm saying if Kendrick is not giving me music to keep in tune with him, how am I gonna do that? Am I gonna want it? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You older than me though. You feel me? Like in my generation, it's different. People are gonna
put. But Pac wasn't even my generation. That's what I'm saying. That came to me. That wasn't even my generation.
But when we barbecuing out here, I guarantee you it's gonna be a lot more people playing Kendrick than it is gonna be Pac. Even though don't think I don't fuck with Tupac, because I do. Like I said, I got Tupac in my wall right over there.
I see him.
I was buying Tupac records in like 6th grade. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, Tupac is like one of the reasons I started doing this shit. But like my generation and me, I'm gonna bump more Kendrick than I do Tupac when I get older. You feel me? Okay. And that's just I know that's how it's gonna be.
It was your generation.
It's all perspective. You feel me? It's all perspective.
You lived it as it was dropping.
Like I said with Kobe, why I would tell my pops that he better than Jordan and stuff is because I didn't see Jordan play. Like and truthfully, I wasn't alive when Tupac was alive either. I didn't even see him die. You feel me? So it's like
neither were we.
So it's like
I was
kind
of alive, but I wasn't a human.
I mean, I was a baby.
I was like
I wasn't a
3
human
years
being.
My pants. Yeah,
I was like 2 or 3.
I was
So
shitting
for
my
me-
pants still.
For me, fucking Kendrick is Kobe. You feel me? Like
Okay.
I was watching Kobe highlights.
Okay.
I was listening to Kendrick tapes.
But
I was fucking
I
doing
think
all
he's
that
like
type of
Kawhi
shit.
Kobe
Leonard,
will
just 'cause they
never
look-
be better than Jordan, and that's the reality of it all.
know,
And
man.
that's
I
the
don't know.
reality of it
I feel
all.
like we gotta see. I feel like we gotta
Because
see
at
that
the
game. I
end
feel like
of
we
the
gotta see that
day,
game.
everyone
Like,
will
even-
know Michael
even-
Jordan.
I'll
Michael
take it-
Jordan
I'll take it
hasn't
further.
been
I'll take it
relevant
further.
in years, and people will never forget. And the difference is, no one's ever going to compare Pac to Kendrick. They are going to compare Kendrick to Pac. No one's going to compare Jordan to Kobe. They're going to compare
true.
Kobe to Jordan. Everyone is getting compared to
true.
Jordan. No matter if, even in his era, no matter there's Dr. J's, all that stuff, Jordan is Jordan. Everyone
people are
compares to
only
Jordan.
gonna-
Jordan is the
people are
only way
only gonna
people
be-
get ESPN arguments going. You got to say, oh,
But how
but they're
long
better
do
than
you,
Jordan.
how long do you think people are gonna continue
never
to
gonna
compare
pass
the
it.
best rapper of all time to Tupac? Because it's only a matter of time before,
When
like y'all
someone
was talking
actually
about,
does it, when
before-
someone tops
it's a matter
it.
of time though. Nah, it's a matter of time though, because like
Kendrick,
like
I
I
don't
was
think
talking about,
if someone's gonna do it, it's not gonna be
like-
Kendrick giving us weak albums like Damn.
but not even talking about Kendrick. Like y'all was talking about Young Thug, for example. When's it a matter of time before people start comparing the people to people like fucking Future? You know what I'm saying? When's it a matter of time
truth.
before these young kids start comparing rappers? They're not
But
comparing
the young
rappers
kids
to
do that
Tupac no
already.
more.
The young
Now
kids
they
do that
They
already.
all
Now
need
comparing
to-
to
They
now
all
they
need to give
comparing
their
to Young
clout
Boy.
to
You
T-Pain.
feel me? Or now they comparing to fucking Kodak. Or now they
Yeah, the
comparing
young
I feel
kids
like-
do
I
that
feel
all
like
the time, but
T-Pain
they
and
need
Drake.
something to hold on to. Like the young kids already
I
do
feel-
that, and that's fine. Like we
I
get
feel
it.
like Drake also started that melodic fucking rap shit too. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
T-Pain was
'Cause
doing the heavy-handed auto-tune
Nigga,
really well.
There was R&B
Nah.
artists doing it before. Like Craig David is Drake before Drake existed, and he was an
Right.
R&B artist. Think about that. Same shit. Same
yeah.
shit.
I'm just saying this shit be generational. Like it's weird.
To an extent,
in a
I
weird
get
way.
what you like. I get what you're saying. It's half and half. Like I get it though.
But like also keep in mind, like even though I'm in the younger generation, I'm not doing that where I'm not comparing these motherfuckers to like Young Thug and shit. Where it's like I still hold Kendrick as my GOAT because I also do fuck with all that old school shit. I also do fuck with everybody. I pay more than fucking respect to everybody that came before us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like Kendrick to me like just modernized that and made
No, I
that shit
get
sound
that.
fucking
I can
tight.
respect that. I can respect that. I just personally think that I need something a little more. I need a little more from someone. If I'm gonna put out like Nas is my favorite artist. Like he's like my favorite rapper ever. But I'm gonna be
I think Nas is
the
better than
harshest
Tupac.
critic ever on Nas because Nas doesn't always deliver.
I think Nas is better than Tupac.
That's
you
crazy.
tripping.
It's crazy.
Nah, my top three is fucking.
I think-
no, my top three is Nas, Kendrick, fucking Eminem, and then Biggie. No cap.
I'm not mad at it.
Not mad at it.
I just don't
Like,
think
you know what I'm
Nas is better.
saying?
Yeah.
But you could put those artists in any order.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Which is
that's
yeah.
how,
which
that's
is
how I feel. That's how I feel like it is most of the time because like I'll say this right now, but then after I get off this interview, I might go start listening to a couple Tupac records for like 3 weeks, and then I might come back and be like, oh, Tupac.
I just need
listening
I need
to right
Kendrick
now.
to just show me. I need him to just
Those artists all
I need
switch.
Kendrick to just show me. That's all I want. I want Kendrick to show me that he can do Good Kid again or close
Or
to.
just like put anything out at all.
Better.
Yeah, I need
know-
him to do.
Yeah.
I need him to show me that he's
Drop
not
a single.
comfortable. I want him to not
Show
be
us that you're
comfortable.
still
Take
here.
away his money.
But like
You know who's
Like-
getting really hard to defend in public?
Oh.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah, I knew, bro. Oh my
Why?
god, bro. Because I was just about to say that, like him, I put him in the top 5, but he's slowly like moving
He
down
keep
due
doing-
to what he
stop
keep
it.
doing.
It's
to
like
himself.
how
You feel
Vince
me?
Carter hasn't retired yet. Just give him
Bro, like,
I was just literally,
Like,
Frank. I was thinking
he
the
just does
exact same thing.
because he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
just trying to get as much money as he can before he dies.
Oh
That's
my
all
God.
it
don't
is.
get me wrong. He did Machine Gun Kelly pretty bad though.
He
He
did him
did
filthy.
his shit when it came
Bro,
down to the
yeah.
battle records, but that's because M started out as a battle rapper.
Yeah.
Now
Shit
when we're
just-
talking about projects and shit, like
His last one
M
wasn't
projects
terrible.
that I'll hold on to.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't terrible, but,
But
it
it
still
just
wasn't no
wasn't
fucking-
memorable. Like it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
MGK
Like,
knew
it
exactly
won't.
what the fuck
That's
he
what
was.
I'm saying. Like I listened to that project when it dropped for a little bit, but after that, like
It's gone.
it doesn't stick with
It's
me. Where
gone.
it's like I'll still throw on the Slim Shady LP
Yeah.
or the Marshall Matters
He's
LP
never
or
gonna top
fucking
his own shit.
the Eminem show. The Eminem
Oh,
show
yeah.
was honestly like one of the most coldest albums ever. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'll still bump that shit, but I'm not gonna be bumping Making a Murderer
Eminem-
next
Eminem-
year.
Well,
Not even
because
next
he's-
week.
He's sober now. He doesn't make the same music he used
Yeah.
to make. He used to be a
Well,
fucking
listen,
character.
He still
Yeah.
turned MGK into a punk singer.
Yeah, because MGK is garbage.
That's
Yo,
what I'm
you know what's
saying,
crazy?
like,
I used to rock with
He turned
MGK
that
back in MGK's
I'll
mixtape
always put
days. I
respect
was
on
a
bro's
fan.
name.
MGK's mixtape days, I was a fan, bro. He used to be nice, and then he just
Yeah, he started out great, but he was never to the level where he should be saying Eminem's name in a sentence anywhere important.
ever. Yeah, I get
Oh
that.
God,
If
that
you're a
beef
white
is
rapper,
like,
don't even speak his name.
Facts.
yeah, because a lot of white rappers that spawn off of Eminem are corny. I put this on my
Yo,
mom. Every white rapper
facts.
that's a spawn of Eminem,
Is corny.
if you spawn off Eminem, you ended your career corny. Yeah, that's
Yep.
just how it is because like fucking you can't do it like he did it. He already did that shit.
Yep.
Like you got to come with something new. You got to provide. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Or
a
else you
fact.
just gonna sound like a white rapper. That's
Facts.
exactly what you
Eminem,
made
the
the
gift
blueprint.
and the curse
Made
to
the
white
blueprint
rappers.
for
Yeah. You don't want to sound like a white rapper, bro. Like you want to sound like you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just like if there's ever a good black golfer again, he will always be compared to
The
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
Woods, yeah, off rip,
Forever.
off rip. And
But
that's,
nobody will ever have as legendary. a
Rap is
meltdown.
just like that.
Yeah.
And Tiger Woods is like arguably the greatest golfer of all time. Like,
yeah.
because a lot of golfers before him were all white and like fat and like out of shape and shit. They were all old. Like they'd kind of just like get in the car and shit. But he was the first one to start taking care of his body and like getting swole and fucking taking care of
Babe
himself.
Ruth was one of the best baseball players
The nigga ate
ever until they started
10 raw
letting
steaks
Dominicans
a
and
day
shit
and
play.
yeah. That nigga, Babe Ruth used to eat
They're
10
not.
steaks a day, smoke 30,000 cigars, and just be like, "I'm finna knock
bro.
this
They
ball the fuck out."
They come here
And then
18 years old and outplay people that are 25 that have been
Babe Ruth
killed.
was out here hitting home runs and shit until they switched to Dominican pitchers.
Right. No, but white boys can still pitch. That's about it, though.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, once they got rid of them steroids, bro, Mark McGuire was all y'all had, bro.
The 3 starting white boys on the pitching rotation, and then it's all Dominican.
In football, white boys love to be quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's starting to change, though, man. That's starting to change. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, it's starting to change. It's starting to change, but like historically, they love to be quarterbacks.
Yeah.
because they can't do
No,
They're not fast enough.
offensive line.
They're either on the
Yeah, well,
line,
yeah.
on the O line, D line, or their quarterback. That's it.
Yeah, it's like, wait, you don't got locks, bro. You don't got
You
locks,
got a
homie.
you either got a big corn-fed white boy, or you got he's a quarterback. That's it.
Yeah.
And in 10 years,
Or
he'll be
maybe a
banging his head
kicker.
against the wall.
Maybe a kicker.
But
Nah,
anyways,
but like,
but yo,
fucking, I always put respect on Eminem's name because
Yeah.
of his older shit. You feel me?
yeah, because
like,
you can't, because his older
but
stuff
he-
is
he
so
started going
legendary, you
down.
can't top it. But like,
Like,
it makes you
there
ignore
was a point in
him
time-
now.
There was a point in time where you could say Eminem was the best of all time without like getting fucking backlash
Yep.
from that. Like, there was a point in time
And
where
it
like,
lasted
was,
long
it was-
too, because remember he did when the last time I remember when M was still in that great was when remember he did that track with Wayne, Kanye, Drake, when he
Whatever,
that
yeah.
verse, and that was around the like when people didn't argue it, but after that, then like he disappeared and came back, then it just got strange, and it was like
I mean, when he disappeared, he came back with the Marshall Mathers LP too, and that album was like it had some cold songs on it,
but it was too
Yeah,
long.
Rick Rubin.
it was really long. And
Every
then he
song
did the
was like
deluxe.
6 minutes. It was a lot, and that was honestly, and this is gonna sound crazy coming from me. That project had too much rapping on it.
Right, yeah.
It was too. I was like drained. I was exhausted, bro. I was like, all right.
Like, yeah, you gotta like dig deep and everything, and then the hooks came off like really like generic. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like it had some generic hooks on it. Like I remember that Kendrick feature. Don't get me wrong, it was a cool song, but like
They went
when
neck
I
and
saw
neck.
Kendrick's name on the album, I was like, oh, he got Kendrick on this
They
whole
went
like this
neck and
about
neck,
this
which
about to
was
go
actually
stupid.
pretty
and then,
dope.
And then it was different. Like it was
Yeah, the
different
song.
than
It was like
I
a
expected.
country song, but they did go toe to toe on that song, which I can appreciate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, they did their thing. It was a dope song, but it just was different than what I expected it to
Yeah.
be from fucking Eminem and Kendrick. Especially after, like you said, he dropped Forever with Drake, Wayne, and fucking.
And he
Ye.
showed he could hang with the
Like,
young cats. Then you put out this weird old man project kind of thing. I get it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but fucking yeah, that's where he stands.
But yeah, I think we way over. So we hit that hour mark though, because we got into a debate that I loved. But yeah, man. Before we sign you out, man, give you drops, man. Let everybody know, the usual shit where to find your hip hop.
Y'all know Apollo, APO, fucking go ahead, follow me on Instagram with 2 underscores, a period, Apollo, another period, 2 underscores, and then hit me up on everything else. All my links is in the bio. And I'm excited to drop that shit with you, bro. I'm excited to hear that shit.
Yes,
That
sir.
was
And I got
fire.
some beats coming your way. I was cooking
You know
on
what I'm saying?
weekends. So I
Yeah,
got
hell
you.
yeah,
I
bro.
got you.
And then, like I said, I noticed last time I fucking didn't take advantage of this opportunity, but I'm finna start sending y'all unreleased music. and I'm gonna just start getting that take on it before I drop it. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna drop a project. And y'all do single releases too. I mean, y'all do single reviews too, which I didn't know. Like I said, so fuck yeah, I'm gonna start hitting those up too as well.
Yes, sir. Hey man, no doubt, man. You know, you could always reach out. Like I'm pretty quick with messaging back and all that good stuff. Especially if I rock with you. If I don't, then you sitting in the inbox. You sitting in the inbox for me.
On red. No, I'm not even gonna open it.
Oh god, that's what I just said. Undelivered.
I'm deleting it as soon as it sends.
Yeah, some people I'm just like nope. And I hit them with the automatic thing, like send this to the email. But yeah, man, you know the deal, man. You can reach out, man. You could always hit me up, man. But yo, again, thanks for jumping on and chopping it up with us, man.
All right, y'all stay safe, bro. Take care,
too, bro.
All right, you too, man. Peace.
Left, right, yeah. I'ma leave him dead right there. Hey, getting higher. You text me, I'll be dry if I want. Money been long just like a python. Got your bitch dancing right to my song. She come through once to stay all night long. No, probably be the dust. She call me Tyson, but I keep it pushing that in my business. All I'm thinking about the bag, gotta get this. I ain't drop shit lately, but I'm D-Rose with 50. Bad with a vengeance. Never even care to ask for attention. Why you tryna bring your ass in my mentions? Frontin' on them when you acting aggressive. See me twice and you ain't actually press shit. I wanna go back and go forth if you ain't finna pop it and stop claiming violence. I wanna do talking, you talking with me, then I'm in that shit with a silencer. I be stuck in my prey when no one ever making a sound, and I shot like a tiger this. I be fly as a birdie, this Tiger Woods. Rolling forkins and sparking my kind of wood. Seen them by the name by like a tick. Switching right up like a shift. But you know pilot on trip, bitch. Busy with trying to get rich. Shit. Bet he gon' drop if I hit. And I ain't even talking about bullets. I swing at his face with my fist. Put in a sleep, got him drilling. I walk in a puff in a doobie, not giving a fuck like I'm Wiz, I'm Snoopy. I never made noise, only do shit like Snoopy. He tried to run it, so I gave it a two-piece. I pocket cheddar, never mind, it's just blue cheese. You never catch me with a hoe or a groupie. If she ain't working for her money, she too cheap. I been a man since way before you knew me. Don't want that on me, so be happy with knew me, cause ain't no going back. I'm on my pussy, you think you gon' press me, but then you don't wanna be floating back. I'm never worried, I'm too busy grinding out here with my people and smoking pack.